Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Kandi and the Gang, Season 1, Episode 2, Family Recipe for Disaster. We meet Patrick, and Patrick is the person who manages the parking lot. You know, the person that's out there like, it's going to be $10. That's him. He's Aunt Bertha's son. He think he hot shit, and I'm here to put him on notice. You are not. Well, let me not say that. You know what? I gotta start thinking of beauty and attractiveness as a you know, person to person type of thing. You know, like, cause it might be somebody out there that's like, he fine, but for me, in my eyes, we don't see it. We don't see what he sees. You know, and what he sees, he's obviously seeing something I'm not. I don't know. He just gave a lot in these first few minutes of the episode. It was just like, you need to relax. I mean, you know, like, we see it. We get it. You work out. Okay. Anyway, like, he was just giving himself a lot. He and his cousin Melvin live together. Melvin is... Who's Melvin's child? I mean, who's Melvin's parent? Melvin's father is... Aunt Bertha's son. So Aunt Bertha is his grandmother. He and Patrick are cousins. Melvin's father and Patrick's mom are brother and sister. So they first cousins. But anyway, they live together. And of course, you know, Melvin is the one around there cooking, and he's the only one cooking in the house, honestly, because Patrick say he don't cook because he got his girl, what's her name? Safari. She cook, and so does Melvin. So he really don't. Between the two of them, he know he gonna eat. They talk. What are they? I mean, this scene really wasn't giving anything. It was just, you know, I guess an introduction to Melvin and Patrick. But we find out about Patrick's girlfriend Safari. They show us a few pictures of her. It's given Instagram model, you know, just like the rest. Anyway, Dom and Brandon, they go on a date, and she shares with him her aspirations. You know, she wants to dance full time. She doesn't, because he asked, do you want to get into choreography? And she's like, no, I just want to go on tour. You know, it's a dream of hers to dance for Beyonce. I'm just like, girl, you better hope that lady going back on tour, because I feel like Beyonce finna hang it up. I feel like she is really about to hang it up and be done with this touring stuff. So, hurry up, sis. I hope you can get your shot. Maybe you can get in a music video. You know, I don't know about a tour with Beyonce, but maybe a music video. But, you know, reach for the stars. She asks, you know, his intentions with her, and he tells her that he wants to date her, and she's like, well, that could be complicated, you know, that could be a lot. I don't know about that. If we do decide, you know, to move forward with anything, we will be taking it very, very slow. Before leaving their date, like, he tries to lean in for a kiss, and she's like, boop. No, sir. Sorry, sir. No. And no, not on the first night. Not on the first date. We're not doing that. We're not kissing on the first date. I mean, what can you do? He ain't got nothing to say, but okay. Torin, he has Chandrika and Dom over for drinks, you know, charcuterie board, you know, that sort of thing. He got raw broccoli on it. He got some carrots. He got some meat, some cheese, some grapes. He just went round that aisle and pulled everything out and said, I'm put all this on the cutting board. It's going to give charcuterie board. So he ain't got no refreshments, but I guess they really there to, you know, drink and key. But when they both get there, you know, they sit down, and they first, we're going to talk about the reunion, you know, how that's going. Torrance says he did not get paid to throw the little soiree. He did not get paid. I'm trying to figure out why you ain't sent Kandi an invoice by now. Why the people ain't paying you for your services? Yeah. No, that's a negative. No, Kandi Burris, you're gonna pay me. You're not getting nothing for free, Auntie Kandi Burris. Not with all the coin you got. You can afford to pay that man for his services. Don't play with Torrin. Anyway, he says he spoke to Don Juan, and he has a future with OLG. He gonna go around there and see if he can get his job back. Cause they want him to come back anyway. Okay, they talked to him about Philip. You're gonna be coming back, Philip. Be on alert because computer just doing what it want. Anyway, they tell him about Philip and what's going on with him. He's a hard ass. He's a dictator, if you will. So just be on alert for him, because he gonna come for you. Probably, more than likely, he gonna have something rude to say to you. And out of nowhere, Torrin is just like, I just want to break the ice. So, Dom, dating anybody? And it's like, they must have told you to make sure you ask about the date. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, she is, hush, hush. She says, well, basically, she don't say nothing. She's just coy, because she doesn't want that getting out. She really wants to keep that close to the chest, because she don't even know about it, really. She don't know if he gonna be, if it's gonna be a something or if it's nothing. It could be very much something, but I think right now it's just, anyway, because I guess, I feel like within their little circle, a few people have, dated. It's been a little revolving door around there. I guess slim pickings. And so somebody done dated somebody at the job, and Torrin is like, yeah, I have. And Chandrika is like, yeah, we know. It's like, she already know the tea. He say he ain't really dated nobody, but you already know what he gives. He done fucked around with somebody at the job. Okay, Aunt Nora and Mama Joyce, they dropped by the OLG to have a little snack. We see a little bit of that. Then we see Melvin, who stops by Aunt Bertha's house, his grandma. She in there cooking, and Melvin goes in there and really takes over. She just, gathered the ingredients for him. But he gonna go in there, season, and like throw down. While he's there, Kandi calls. She FaceTimes. And she says, she says that Melvin was a dishwasher at first, and he worked his way up to cook, to managing the kitchen. And she says he went to culinary school. And then Todd in the confessional, and see, I had to take note of this because I didn't like it. I don't know. It just was like, what you doing? Why what we giving? Anyway, when she said he went to culinary school, Todd made it, a note to tell us, oh, you sent him, you paid for him to go to culinary school. And it's like, so? Like, were you saying that to like, what we doing, Todd? What did that matter? Like, that wasn't pertinent information. We didn't need to know that she sent him to school. Like, are you bragging on her behalf? Or are you trying to say, like, you feel a way that she put money into somebody that's not her child? I don't know. Kandi says she look at both Melvin and Patrick like they're her own kids. They're both her godsons, so she care about them. So of course she gonna. Listen, she got the resources. She can send that man to culinary school. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but I caught it and I was just like, no, Kandi. No, Todd. I don't know what that's about, but what was the point? What was the reason? Anyway, Kandi is on the line, and she's telling them that, Kim and Aunt Nora, Kim, it was the old manager who is also a cousin. She and Aunt Nora done got into it, and Kim quit, and, she quit because she had other reasons, but the main reason was because she said Mama Joyce cussed her out. And we can absolutely believe that Mama Joyce cussed her out. And Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter. Anyway, we got to get it together, so and they show us a clip Production shows us a clip of Kim crying. I guess this was the same night that she ended up leaving, but she was crying. She said, I can't take it no more. I am not finna come up in here and get beat up every day. So, yeah, no, she was out. But Kandi wants to have like a family intervention, so that they can sit down and hash it out and everybody can, squash their issues. Over at the OLG, Mama Joyce and Nora are also talking about said intervention. And then production asked them in their confessional, by them I mean the OLG, all three of them, what did Kim do, and Mama Joyce got this covered. She says, it wasn't really anything, but it was more so her leaving and then doubling back to the rest of the employees and saying, who's coming with me, like who's leaving with me. And she just felt like, you don't do that to family. Like you don't try to drag the people away from here to go, wherever you're going. And so that was Mama Joyce's issue. She say, I didn't cuss her out. I was cussing, but I didn't cuss her out. Back at the job at OLG, Brian, he's back. And, he shows up ready to work or whatever. And Drika, she happy to see him. Nora and Mama Joyce are there. They see them talking. And they're like, all right, where you supposed to be, Brian? Where you supposed to be? And he's like, I don't know. Like, nobody told me anything. I'm back. But, like, I don't know, where my tables are or nothing like that. Mama Joyce asked him what he's going to be doing. He don't know. Brian, I mean, not Brian. What you call it? What's the man's name? Philip. I want to say Philip. Did Philip? Yeah, Philip. Drika introduces Philip to Brian. And he was telling him that he was, getting ready to head downstairs so he could follow him downstairs. And Brian says, okay, well, I usually work upstairs and downstairs. And you already know, you can't tell Philip anything. He comes up with all of the plans, the ideas, and don't tell him how everything's going to run. He'll tell you. And so he says, no, I'll tell you where your station is. And it's just like, you don't even have to be like that. He didn't mean it in a overstepping his boundary type of thing. He didn't mean it to undermine your authority. It was just, the last time I was here, I worked both upstairs and downstairs. I'm letting you know that I'm capable of handling tables upstairs and downstairs. Seemed to me like that would be okay with somebody, that doesn't really want to take the time to train new people coming in, so it's easy when it's somebody that knows what they're doing and they can just fall right back in. No, but he has to dictate and put you where he want to put you. I see that Philip, I'm telling y'all. I don't like Philip. But they get down there and Philip sees, the decor and all. He's like, what does this look like? This is giving funeral home. And Philip says, Brian, focus. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that we're all on the right page and that your mind is in the right place, in the right headspace for the job. And he's like, I mean, sometimes my headspace is every which way. And he's basically like, I'm not playing the radio with you. We don't play I'm not playing with you. I'm not going to joke around with you. Do you get that? And Brian's just like, cool. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. So he'll be working downstairs. He's a great server. And, he's very engaging with the customers. He would be somebody that you would, want as your server. I'm sure he makes great tips. He shares that he's in recovery. He usually works at the bar. It's bittersweet. He's glad that he's not at the bar because he's in recovery, so being around all that liquor would probably be tempting. And, he's right where he needs to be. He decided that, he should live the sober life after the pandemic, because during the pandemic, I'm assuming it got really bad, his drinking that is. And he said he had a long talk with God, and it was just time. It was just time to put that drink down. And so here he is, He has a minute, like, to go upstairs and what's her name? Drika, tells him that they'll all be getting up for drinks later. Brandon is standing there, and then Philip is walking by and it's like, oh, y'all going out later? And they're like, oh yeah, like, you want to come? Brian says, you go out? And he gonna say, not with you. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, bitch. Not with you. See, there it is again. The condescending tone, the passive aggressiveness. See, he trying to get slapped. No, ain't nobody gonna hit him around there. I don't think nobody is capable of that. Maybe, I feel like maybe somebody like Patrick would fight Philip. Because Patrick is family and he probably be on some, but this is my family. Cause for Philip, he don't care who family. He don't care about none of that. He the boss. He's in charge of the girls. Everything go through him. Period. That's just that on all of it. Philip has a Latin lover. Blah blah blah. I fast forwarded. Okay, Drika, Dom, Torin, Rashard, and Brian, they meet for drinks. Brandon, he arrives, and then Drika, she takes it upon herself to rearrange everybody's seating so that Brandon and Dom are sitting next to each other. Dom like, bitch, nigga. Girl, this ain't supposed to be on the out. Got us sitting next to one another. What you doing? Don't do that. She didn't appreciate that. Patrick shows up, and I'm trying to figure out who invited Patrick. Because what we not finna do is hang around with the boss's family. Like, we just got off work. Of course we finna sit up and talk about this establishment that we work at. And y'all finna do it in front of Patrick? Like, whose idea was it to invite Patrick? I wouldn't have invited him. It just would have been the people that are not family. that I can trust, that won't go back and tell somebody something. Anyway. Patrick and Drika are, they used to have something. It was a little 4-month fling. She said the peen wasn't good. She had to go find some good peen, and that she did. She is now engaged to her guy. His name is June. They've been engaged 2 years. That's a long engagement, but listen, take your time. Do your thing. The ring is on your finger. So, hey, listen, there it is. Anyway, she and Patrick, I get that they have that dynamic, that ex dynamic. Patrick, on the other hand, with him, he didn't think it was all of that. He felt like it wasn't serious. All they did was fuck. Although she said it wasn't good. But they got production, got a clip, and I'm like, how long we been watching them? How long we been filming? Cause if it was a 4-month fling, and then now she's engaged and it's been 2 years. They have footage of them coming out of a bathroom closet. I'm trying to figure out when we got this footage. Anyway, so yeah, they sit around and talk about, the OLG, everybody's grievances and how they feel about everything. And Patrick just sitting up there eating it all up. He doesn't say anything, but he's just like, they just better not say the wrong thing around me. They can't say nothing around you because you repeat it all. So they damned if they do, damned if they know. They just don't need to invite you no more, Patrick. You can't come. You just cannot come. It's time for the family meeting. She asked for cousin Winky. Is it Weenie or Winky? I want to say it's Winky. Weenie. I can't remember. But anyway, she's there to meditate. She is Patrick's mom. They gonna go and get the meeting started. Kim and Mama Joyce, they got beef, so we just gonna go ahead and get to it. While Kim is looking, because she's looking for what Mama Joyce said to her verbatim. She's like, let me get my phone. It was on the face. I know it. I know where it's at. Where it's at. That's exactly how she was saying. I know where it's at. It's on Facebook. I know where it's at. Let me just go. Hold on. Let me just look. I know where it's at. It's on Facebook. Where it's at. Let me see where it's at. And Mama Joyce, chimes in, and she's just like, I did not cuss her out. Because she said that Mama Joyce said, you need to get up out my motherfucking kitchen. This is my motherfucking kitchen. Don't in my motherfucking kitchen. And Mama Joyce says she didn't say all that. She's like, I never claimed that this was my establishment, that this is my kitchen, that this is mine. I didn't do that. And Nora just done had enough because, That's her sister. I know her be ride or die when it come to her sisters. She the one that don't play around. She the one that don't play around. And so she gets upset. And she starts going back and forth with Kim. She stands up and all of that. And you know it is, girl, I'ma throw that ass down like I did before. And then Kim is like, go to church. Go to church. Let's go. What is it? What it is, Mama Joyce? Oh, excuse me, it's her auntie. Auntie Joyce, let's listen. Space, opportunity. What you want to do? What you want to do? Go to church. Go to church, Mama Joyce. Go to church. They get everything calmed down and everybody sits back down. And, you know, Aunt Nora's sitting over there. And Aunt Bertha say, what is all the... She said to Mama Joyce, why are you doing all that cussing and so? She said, can y'all just hug it out right now? Kim say, Mama, you asking for too much. And Nora say, yeah, she need to stay away from me. And then Mama Joyce says, you know what, y'all, I got a little chicken in the kitchen. Y'all better come on in here and get this chicken and these subs. Don't be wasting my money. And so everybody goes on in the kitchen and it's, you know, like nothing ever happened. It's as if auntie and niece was not about to fight. Because now we breaking bread, you know, and eating the fried chicken. I know that's right. Anyway, Kandi, she drops by the OLG. She sits with Patrick. And like I said, Patrick immediately starts telling on everybody. You know, at first he don't want to name names, you know, and he's talking about they said this and they said that. And Kandi was like, well, who? No, don't because you already yap it. So don't, no, go on and say it. Go on and say it. She already knew he was talking about Drika when it comes to, because he told her that they said that they weren't getting paid enough. Kandi say, girl, if you had a problem with your pay, you should have came to the person that pays you. But I mean, she didn't come to him either. She was talking amongst her friends, so she thought, you know, her co-workers. She didn't expect for her conversation to get back to you, Kandi. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But Patrick, but them people ain't going to trust you and they ain't going to want you around. You're going to make it harder to work with those people because now you the snitch. You the resident snitch. Running back to tell Kandi. I get it. You loyal. I mean, and it's what you should do as family, but you also shouldn't hang around with the rest of the help. You know, not when you know you finna be running back telling. You going to family dinner telling all the workplace gossip. No, Patrick. Anyway, Torrin, he meets with Don Juan. You know, he and Don Juan are really close. Don Juan got to pretend like he upset with him still for how he left because he did leave on very unprofessional terms. He just was MIA, didn't show up to an event, and he told them that, you know, it was due to COVID, but then they get on the Instagram and he fool-la line down to the Piedmont Park, you know, sipping wine, lighting candles and stuff. So he was definitely not sick from COVID. But that, you know, they're welcoming him back with open arms and all of that. Don Juan say, I left the door open out there. You can go on in there and check it out. When he gets in there, Philip is in there. You know, he's like, oh, so hi, Philip. You're Philip. And Philip is like, yeah, so you want to come down here so we can sit down and have a conversation? And Torrin is like, is this a formal conversation that we're having? And he's like, yeah, I think it should be. Basically, to make the long story short, once again, Philip is an asshole. He's very rude to Torrin. And Torrin is the right one because he get right back with him. He like Chandrika. Yeah, I'm catching it and I'm throwing it back. So now we're doing this. And what you say you don't want to do, but you end up doing anyway because you don't know how to talk to people. Everybody is not going to just swallow that shit. So now you are sitting in front of Torrin who ain't going to swallow that shit. Torrin is like, yeah, Kandi gave me my job back. Because he talking to him like he need to come through him. You know, like his future depends on this conversation with him. And it's just like, I got the job, my nigga. Kandi told me that I'm back. So what are we doing? All you need to be doing is telling me, you know, who you are, what the job is, because it's kind of like they're on the same, he's not, I wouldn't, let me not say that. They're not on the same playing field. Like, they're not on the same level. He does have to answer to him. Like, he's his first chain of command, but so is Kandi, so is Don Juan. You know, like, he's the event coordinator. He's not a server. He's not the lowly hourly employee like he was trying to, you know, play Drika for being. But yeah, he done got the right one. Philip. Torin ain't he ain't having that mess. He ain't having that mess. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because Philip, he's rude. He's rude. He's condescending, passive aggressive. He's an asshole. All of those things. And I'm going to continue to say it week to week to week. Week to week to week. Cause he's just not, as James Caldwell says, I don't have him to do. I don't have him to do, like, at all. Nope. And I'm seeing that that's the consensus, you know, across the board, you know, with the viewers, that we just like, Philip. Philip. No. I mean, we gotta have a villain. He was proud to take on the villain role. Anyway, that's it. Let me get off of here. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.